So if by the time we get 15% of the judiciary and 15% of the lawyers in the large firms and 15% of faculty members at all these law schools. I mean, the FAMU College of Law is right now preparing faculty members who can go help some of these other law schools be more diverse. And so, and this was the thrust of what we used as our basic argument to justify the return of the FAMU College of Law. We looked at the judiciary, and in North Florida, since Judge Mickle stepped down, we do not have an African American judge in the Northern District, although that is what is known as the black belt. I mean, we've got counties that are majority, at least one county that's majority black in the Northern District, and yet we don't have a federal judge or a federal magistrate or a U.S. attorney or a federal public defender who reflects the population of North Florida. So that is, the FAMU College of Law can help solve a historical inequity that has seen some very negative things happen in the black community. I mean, we've got a penal system that is out of whack somehow, lawyers tend to be legislators also. So we need to get some of these FAMU College of Law graduates. I've met some who've already been elected to local office, but y'all need to send a few on up to Tallahassee and up to D.C. so that we can get some of these drug laws straightened out that are penalizing what many say is a medical condition. And so the need remains unmet. But the void can be filled when you have an institution of this caliber available to do just that. Now, I haven't talked too much about some of the problems and challenges we face in pursuing the law school, and there are a couple of stories I got to tell because I got Dr. Humphries here now, and he's got it. He needs to. You all need to know a little bit about this fellow. So part of what I was doing was lobbying Regents, the Board of Regents, to try to get their support for FAMU College of Law. And there was this one regent who had agreed to support the FAMU College of Law. And he told me without fail that he would vote for it. And he said that right up until the day of the vote, when he smack dab voted against it. Well, I was incensed and probably did something I shouldn't have done. But a few days later, I saw him on our campus, and I accused him of being a liar. So, a few days later, I was in the president's office, and who should call but this regent? And he said, well, Fred, you know, I think that Bishop Holifield has outlived its usefulness. You need to get rid of it. And Dr. Humphries said, well, I thought you and Bishop were the best of friends. And that's how the conversation ended. So these were the kinds of things that we dealt with. And of course, there came a point when we were told as a university, as Dr. Humphries as president, myself as general counsel, Avery McKnight as assistant general counsel at the time, we were all told at one time or another that if we continued to pursue the FAMU College of Law, we would be terminated. And so Dr. Humphries said, well, Bishop, I may have to be quiet, but they can't fire you. So that's only I can fire you. I'm telling you to keep working. So they gave him a hard time, but I kept working, and my staff kept working. So, another challenge that we faced was the Florida bar. Now, as you all probably have noticed, Florida has law schools all over the place now. I mean, nobody says anything. I mean, you got, what, it's Ave Maria, and you got another one here, Barry, you got Coastal, you got law schools everywhere. And the Florida bar didn't oppose any of those. But when FAMU tried to get its law school back, the Florida bar sent a fax to every lawyer in the state telling them that they should ask their legislators and ask the Board of Regents to oppose FAMU getting a college of law back. We didn't need another law school. Well, I know they sent the fax because I got one. And so that year we did not get our law school, and the Florida bar did have an adverse impact on our efforts. So I made a pledge that that would not happen again. I talked to the president of the National Bar Association for the state of Florida, who was Lance Scriven at the time, and I said, Lance, we've got some work to do with the Florida bar. I need to address the Florida Bar Board of Governors. And Lance said, well, you know, I'm an ex officio member, so I have a seat at the table. And what I'll do, I'll write the president of the bar and let that person know that you are going to attend the next bar meeting in my place, and you will have statements to make on the FAMU College of Law. So, with that authority in hand, I went to the Florida Bar Board, the next Florida Bar Board of Governors meeting, which was held on Amelia Island. That's the only time the president ever approved me going to a luxury resort. It was part of my duties. But we addressed the Florida Bar Board of Governors and stated to them the reasons why the FAMU College of Law should be returned. Showed them tremendous demographic inequities that existed by virtue of the fact that 15% of the population of the state of Florida was African American, and no more than 2% of the lawyers were African American. And the current schools just weren't doing it. I mean, you would look at the University of Florida, FSU, none of them had percentages of black students that would have helped cure the huge discrepancy in terms of the number of black lawyers that were available to serve in the legal profession. And I closed that presentation by saying, however, if you all can't help us, then the least you can do is don't hurt us. I mean, don't send faxes to lawyers saying they should oppose something when that means you sending something to me saying that I should oppose something that's in my community's best interest. And I just repeat, if you can't help us, don't hurt us. And that year chose to take no position on the FAMU College of Law, and they never did take a position again on the FAMU College of Law. So that obstacle was removed. I made a presentation to the House Education Committee and shared with them the rationale for family getting its law school back. And when I got back on campus, Dr. Humphries told me that someone had said that I did a good job. And I said, well, was it one of our people? And he said, no, it was one of the Board of Regents people. So that was encouraging, even though their stated position was that there should not be another public law school. That was encouraging. Now, what you should also know is, as soon as Dr. Humphries said that he wanted a law school at FAMU, the FIU president, Mitch McD, said, well, wait a minute, we want one at FIU too. I mean, if black folks can have a law school, why can't Hispanics have one? And in fact, before you give them one, you better give us one. So now you got the black community fighting the Hispanic community. Well, neither one getting a law school. I remember one vote in the Senate that was 20-20, split right down the middle because black folks and Hispanics could not get together on this issue.